name is Donal McCann. I'm a professional photographer who lives in Belfast. Well, I was approached by a good friend of mine, Kieran Sheehan, about a year and a half ago, and he let me know that there was a enthusiastic new Lord Mayor in Belfast, and it might be worth approaching him to see if I could follow him in his year of office, to show the people of Belfast exactly what the first citizen does. I met up with Máirtín the very next day, and he was really, really nice, very accommodating, and he wanted to do the project. I don't think he got clearance from the chief executive of the City Hall, which was quite interesting for a couple of weeks. But that very night we started the project at a Snow Patrol concert. And from that concert I actually got one of my most memorable images of him soaked with his chain on, a mac over him, hands in the air. It was really, really nice shot. Yeah, it was a full year, but we were quite selective in the events that he went to. Obviously I couldn't do every single event. This was a voluntary project. I wasn't getting paid for it, so we picked our events quite carefully. One of the highlights actually was Máirtín brought me to San Francisco for a week out of his own pocket, and we got some beautiful images there. We were on an IT tech conference for Belfast. A lot of businesses were setting up in San Francisco from Northern Ireland. We just went over to check out their progress and how they were getting on. He is a man who does not stop. I'll give you an example of that. When we were in San Francisco, I shared a room with him. I slept in the bed next to him, but I can guarantee you that he works around 18 hours a day. He does not stop. He talks right up until he falls asleep, and then when he gets up at 5:30, he's on his laptop sending emails and doing what he needs to do. So he is so energetic, it is unbelievable. Trying to keep up with him was a bit of a nightmare, but it was great for me. And the great thing about Máirtín was that not once did he ever say to me, listen, I don't really like that photo, can you take that out? He gave me complete access and complete control, and for me as a photographer, that's a perfect brief. Well, I think Máirtín wanted me to come along and record his year purely for that reason. This was an art specific project. I was just kind of concentrating on the images to try and get something as creative and artistic as I could for the overall exhibition at the end. But I know he was quite heavily involved with the arts. It was a big part of his vision of Belfast. I hope it continues the way Máirtín was so enthusiastic about the whole arts and culture scene in Belfast. I know that the new Lord Mayor is intending to open up the City Hall, remove the gates from the front and make it a more open place for people. Yes, the exhibition will be 28 prints, which will be displayed in the Golden Thread Gallery in Belfast, I think starting on the 2nd of October. And that will be accompanied by a book of 60 images with some text from Máirtín, a bit of text from myself. I'm really looking forward to that, because it's nice to finally see a complete body of work printed, binded, and ready for people to see. It was just a fantastic opportunity, and one that, while I was doing it at the time, I was thinking, God, I got a lot of work on my plate. Can I handle, going to San Francisco for a week? Because, it was a week off my schedule. But I'm just very grateful that I got the opportunity to do it, because not often would someone get that chance to make a difference with Belfast's first citizen, because not a lot of people in Belfast know what the first citizen does, and I have to say I was one of them until I started this project.